Constitution is the map. The institutions are the like the engine. The laws are the road. Justice is the destination, right? This is page 1 where we talk like the Constitution. So you have the supreme law of the land, defines the structure of the state, protects the fundamental rights, sets limits on power, guides all laws and institutions. So basically everything in Pakistan law connects back to the Constitution. And that's like this portion. I have a general like roadmap. So you got the Constitution, the fundamental rights and articles. You got government and institutions, the amendments, and constitutional evolution, which is actually pretty interesting. And then the Specific Relief Act. Then you have the civil and like criminal procedure, like in codes or what have you. That portion I luckily felt like, because it's common law, and like here in the United States we also have a common law structure, found that to be a little bit more comfortable as far as me trying to memorize what that process is and be able to do the comparators. Once again, I feel like something that's pretty similar and the comfortable information as far as trying to memorize the process. Sometimes you just have to adjust for the language, but like for the most part it's common law, so it was very like pretty straightforward, which was pretty cool. So tools of the Constitution, I have that here, right? So you have the articles and the fundamental right. The Constitution is the map. The institutions are the like the engine. The laws are the road. Justice is the destination, right? And the one thing, like when you look at the branches of power, which I found like interesting and cool, right? You kind of see, if you come from like a U.S. centric viewpoint, that legislature, executive, judiciary, like that framework of looking at it like that isn't like very foreign, but the application would look somewhat different in some ways, right? But then of course I have to understand exactly where it's at. So of course I have like Article 50 being like the parliament, national, like provincial, like assembly. You have like your president, head of state, prime minister, head of the government, federal and provincial cabinets, and flows to judiciary, which who interprets the law, right? Supreme Court, High Court, subordinate court. So core principles being their sovereignty belongs to Allah, exercised through the people, federalism, power share between federation and provinces, the rule of law, no one is above the law, fundamental rights, inherent, inalienable, and, you know, like justice, right? So that piece should feel very similar if someone's coming from a U.S.-centric mindset. Democracy, government of the people, by the people, for the people, should sound very similar, like, well, familiar, right? So like I'm always doing like comparators in my brain so I can anchor things, because that's how I anchor. Everyone's gonna have their own, you know, like anchors, but for me it was really important that I kind of put like memory hooks, anchors all throughout the process so that I can know it. I like to memorize with a mindset that there will be future applications. So it's important for me to study it the way I want to have it memorized later, because I know me, the way I study it and memorize it the first time is how my brain is always going to anchor it. I try to be really broad, and I try to make sure that it is as robust and open as I can possibly make it. You know what I mean? So that's why when I'm learning it, I try to learn it like how you guys see me having all this stuff formatted right now, because I just know my brain. Okay, so what? We getting into these receipts. We getting into these receipts. I know you saw that. Alignment. So, if you like content like this, right? You like framework, you like structure, you like some guided support and looking at some of these documents, right? Go ahead and subscribe, because that's what we do here, right? I like taking content that's kind of like, whoa, what is that? And making it highly digestible so the everyday person can just literally just look at it and understand what's going on, because we see the news, but we're not really getting the information. We're not getting the who, the what, the when, the where, the why. We're not getting the breakdown. We're not seeing how the things, the policies are actually going to impact us, right? We don't get to see those things. So my desire was to make content that would make it easily digestible, accessible, and things that people can share with other people. So hopefully, if you like this video, you're excited enough to want to comment, like, and share. Subscribe, right? Subscribe to this content so you can get updates when I'm putting out new videos. comment so that YouTube knows, you know, that you're interested in this kind of content being accessible to other people. You know, share, do all the little things that I know you guys are already out there doing, but continue to do so that we can get it out to more people so they can benefit from this kind of information. Once again, it's legally everywhere. Well, we what, child? We looking into everything. Can't say I didn't come with them receipts, as the youth say. What? And I'll see you in the next video. Next time.